and welcome to Missn Joy Spiritual Life Advice Channel. I'm Missn Joy, and I'm here to do your love and soulmate connection reading for my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for November 3rd through the 15th. This reading is not intended for singles. I do not read reversals. I use many decks to clarify. My readings are gender fluid and apply to same-sex couples as well. Simply choose the masculine or feminine energies that best apply to you. I do not give outcomes because when dealing with love, everyone should use free will to make decisions in matters of the heart. I'm simply here to enlighten and advise. Please be advised that all of my advice is simply my opinion. Any final decisions made in your life should be made based on your decision alone, and free will is definitely a thing. If I do not resonate with you, please feel free to seek another reader. There are lots of wonderful readers and light workers here on YouTube who may have the message that is intended for you if I do not. Okay? That being said, if I do resonate with you, please take the time to hit like and subscribe. That will be greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you so very much. Okay, let's go ahead and get into your energy. I'm going to start with my Lisa Frank Major Arcana deck, and we are going to use that to pull one card to speak to the overall energy of the relationship. But first, we are going to call spirits. Spirits of the ancestors, gods and goddesses, guardian angels, and watchers, please be here to deliver a positive and accurate message for my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for November 3rd. I'm late, y'all. I'm so sorry. For November 3rd through the 15th. Only the spirits that I've called here are welcome here, and only the spirits that mean us the greatest and highest of good are welcome here. Please protect us from all evil and negativity within this circle. Cover us with love and light. Thank you very much, Spirit. Okay, so we're going to ask Spirit for one card. All right, and the Chariot card. Woo. All right, last time that happened. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get into the masculine and feminine energies. I've been using Ciro Marchetti decks to ride out this entire series for this 2-week period. So I've been using Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti to read for the masculine energy, and Tarot Grand Lux to read for the feminine energy, both by Ciro Marchetti. And then if I need to clarify, I'll let you know what I use moving forward, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get into your energy. We're going to ask Spirit for a positive and accurate message for my Capricorns, masculines, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for November 3rd through the 15th, please, Spirit. There was a card turned over backwards. It was the Four of Wands. All right. All right, Spirit, may I have one card for the masculine energy, please? One card. I'm sorry, I meant to say 4. May I have 2 more cards for the masculine energy, please? Okay. All right. I'm not going to look at all those. I'm going to pull for the feminine energy first. Spirit, may I have positive and accurate insight into the feminine energy, please, Spirit? Okay. Spirit, what are my feminines feeling, thinking, and doing for this November 3rd through the 15th? Not a clump, please. Need 4 cards for my feminines, please. Oh. My. Well, that's pretty. And a flipper. Make sure it was just one. Okay, so Okay, in the masculine energy, we have the Judgment card, the 6 of Swords, the Tower card, and the Ace of Cups. Now, in the feminine energy, we have the Four of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the King of Swords. This is very simple. Feminine wants to work on it. Masculine wants to haul ass. This is very, very simple. And feminine just really thinks that you're an immature asshole. Masculine. That's what it is. She just sees that you just want to run from the situation. You don't want to work on it. You don't want to put any work into it. You know, this is the Four of Wands. That's a twin flame soulmate marriage card. So this may very well be, again, a runner and chaser situation. If this is indeed twin flame energy, where someone is actually a little bit, but then there's the King of Swords as well. So yeah, that's my asshole card, and just my immature as a whole. Anytime there's a wand, that's kind of a promiscuous, phallic energy or whatever, and he just doesn't even know. It's like someone who's immature, who's new at it, who doesn't really even know what they're doing. So it's like there's that element here. Overall, it's almost like it's like everyone in this situation needs to grow up. Yes, feminine, you're absolutely correct. He needs to grow up, stay there, and work it out, work on the situation. Masculine, you can't just run from the situation, but badgering each other, arguing, conflict, being judgmental, name calling, the picky, nitpicky energy, the naggy, the tit for tat. She did this, I'm gonna do that. So he did this, so I'm gonna do that. That type of energy, that's what I'm getting here, and it needs to go. And it's like masculine is in the energy of like, I don't want to deal with this. But feminine's like, you know, she feels like you really need to stay and deal with this. And I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I am going to clarify this Tower card that is here. I am going to clarify this Tower card because I try when there's major cards here. I try to clarify. I'm going to clarify the Tower card. I also want to clarify the Six of Swords. Although that's self-explanatory, it's just really realizing that he wants to not be in this situation and not deal with. But usually they don't. Men don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. It's just going to be an argument. And they don't really want to argue. Because then they're going to say stuff that makes you look at them like the King of Swords. Because they don't know how to express themselves gently. They're men. I mean, have you really ever thought about it from that angle? It's like the biggest cosmic joke. Men and women are paired for the most part. Masculine and feminine are paired for the most part. And you're completely different creatures. We know how to say it kindly and gently and nicely. They just don't. A lot of them just don't. Yes, they can learn, but most of them have not been taught. Most people didn't think. I thought, okay, as I raised my children, all of my children know how to be good people in relationships. They may not always do it. Especially my son, my oldest one, they might not always do it, but they are fully aware. They were raised to fully know how to be good spouses, partners, husbands, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends. Those were not lessons I neglected in their life. But not everyone does that. So most people just grow up with these blockages on how to treat others within the realm of relationships. So we have the Six of Swords clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. So he's in the I can do bad by myself type of energy, and he's just trying to, he's like, he just wants out and wants to do better. He just doesn't want to deal with, right, right, he doesn't know how to, he wants balance and stability, but he doesn't know how to give it or how to express it, okay? And all he knows is that he's suffering right now. And yes, he loves you. He sees you in the Queen of Cups energy. But, yeah, he's just immature. He's just not ready. This person's just not ready. I got the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands. This person is just not ready. And then we got this, right. So down here for you, there's just been conflict. All right, there's just been conflict. And you're just going to end up walking away from the situation, feminine. And Sun card. So everybody in this situation pretty much wants this to be over with. Okay. Feminine, you would work on it, but I believe you're going to come to the realization that it's just too much of a trouble, too much it's like too much to go back. You know, you've been through one of those situations where there's too much pain to circle back around, and that's what you've got going on here. Everyone here is kind of on the same page. The Chariot card. That's why the Chariot card is the overall energy of the relationship, because this is over. Everybody's clearing out. People are leaving toxic relationships behind this fall. It's going to be an interesting Christmas. I'm just saying. I love you, Capricorn. Good luck with that. Damn. I hate to see people not be able to work it out. So maybe just give it some time and be patient with each other. If it's to me, it seems like they're just two very immature people dealing with relationships with people that don't know how to be in a relationship with, which like I said, is very, very common when it shouldn't be. You know, I taught my children I taught my sons that the reason they need to know how to cook and clean and things of that nature is because they could have a wife. And that wife may know how to cook and clean even. And they, I'm not married a woman who doesn't know how to cook and clean. Okay, that's fine. However, she could get pregnant or sick or something of that nature. Sick during the pregnancy. Some women have very difficult pregnancies where you're going to have to cook and clean, buddy. When that child comes, it is not her responsibility alone. You're going to have to cook and clean, buddy. And so my sons know how to cook and clean. Okay, they know how to do their laundry. They know how to do, it's two of them. My two boys live in the house by themselves right now. Okay? And they all know how to be kind. I taught them things like only date or deal with one person at a time. Be honest with everyone that you're dealing with. Don't lie, don't cheat, don't hoe. I taught them all these things. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Respect others the way you want to be respected. Be open and honest and validate your feelings. I taught them all these good things. How to be intimate, I had to tell my son, look, if you're going to be a hoe, quit kissing on these little girls. And then you upset because they want to be all in love with you and you was supposed to be just friends with benefits. Well, you quit being so, Mama, I can't, I got to kiss. Okay. Well, then that type of life is not for you. Georgie Porgy Pudding Pie. Kissed the girls and made them cry. I mean, it's a knowing and a learning how to be in a relationship in life. Those things are important, and people don't teach that enough in raising their children. You teach them all kinds of other things, but nobody stops to teach them how to be a good husband or a good wife. And a lot of that comes from the fact that most people in themselves don't know how to be a good husband or a good wife, or a good spouse or a good partner or a good person. It's not hard, people. Communicate with each other, okay? Tell each other what you need and want, and come to a realistic common ground on how to give each other what you both need and want. Respect people the way they want to be respected, and treat people the way you want to be treated. It's very common sense. I don't see why it's so hard. And when there's any doubt, simply ask a person how they want to be treated. And when they tell you, just do so. There's lots of self-help tools. You can Google anything about healthy relationships, okay? And use these tools to help heal yourselves even. Get counseling. Work on self. Because the other thing that I say to people all the time and in my messages all the time is that people say a relationship is 50-50, but no. No people that are 50% of a person should come together. All right? Because no one is 100% all the time. But you should be as close to bringing 100% into a relationship as you possibly can. So that when you form that union, you have 200%. So if somebody falls a little short, if somebody falls down to 80 or 75%, you can put in that 20, you see what I'm saying? And 25% that it requires to cover that other person. But if you're in there and you're both only half-ass functioning, then it's going to be a half-ass relationship. Everybody needs to bring their whole selves to a relationship and to a commitment and to a situation. Okay? In order for it to work properly. So the 50-50 thing, please throw that out. I don't know who came up with that and why. It's the stupidest thing I ever heard. I don't want half a person. And I'm not giving myself, giving half of me. I'm giving my all, and you're giving your all back, or there's none. And if there's not enough of you there to form at least a good 75 to 80%, because ain't nobody perfect, then I and be willing to actively work toward being the closest to 100% that you can be. All right, give all that you can all the time. That's how I was raised. All right, so I love you guys, and good luck with this. If it's time to just let it go and go your separate ways, do that. Don't hold on to it. Don't do it. You're going to end up bitter and angry and hateful, and nobody wants all that. Okay? So just cut your losses, move forward, heal, but free will is a thing. And if you're going to stay in this, get some counseling, get some help, start communicating with each other, and start owning your shit and fixing it now. All right? I love you guys, and I'll talk to you for your end of November read. Bye, Capricorn.
A list of services provided and instructions for making appointments, payments, or donations is provided in the channel description as well as in the description of each video. If you like my channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and share. And always remember to enjoy life.